morning.
Good morning, Ellen.
Good morning, Queenie. For today, we will discuss about the cell.
Yes, the cell, specifically cell organelles.
Yes, right, the cell organelles.
Yes, let's start. What is a cell?
Cells are the basic building blocks of all living things and the basic structure of all living organisms. The human body is composed of trillions and trillions of cells, all with their own specialized function. Cells provide structure for the body, takes in nutrients from food, and carry out important functions. Cells group together to form tissues, in which turn group together to form organs such as the heart and the brain.
Our cells contain a number of functional structures, and that's what we call organelles. Now, what is the function of the organelles? Organelles are small and function like organs function in a large organism. Some organelles are responsible for gathering cell energy and others for controlling cell activities. These organelles carry out tasks such as making proteins, processing chemicals, and generating energy for the cell.
Let's start with nucleus. The nucleus is the most important organelle in a cell. It is often the largest organelle in a cell, but that is not always the case. Nuclei contain the genetic material called DNA that is responsible for controlling and directing all the cell activities. This is very important organelle given its vital function.
Next is the ribosomes. These are small structures made up of RNA, which means ribonucleic acid, and protein that function in protein synthesis to create proteins for the cell out of amino acids. They are formed in the nucleolus, which is found inside the nucleus. And besides, free ribosomes are found floating in the cytoplasm. Ribosomes are also attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum.
The nucleus. The nucleus is a small structure that found within the nucleus that function to produce ribosomes for the cell.
In addition, we have cilia and flagella. These structures are hair-like in form and can be found on the outside of a cell. If they are short and numerous, they are called cilia. If they are long, tail-like, and few, they are called flagella. Both serve to propel the cell along, but cilia can also be used in specialized applications such as in the human nasal cavity to remove dust and foreign particles from the respiratory tract. They are only found on animal cells.
Is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a gel-like substance that fills the cell. All the cell's organelles are located and held within the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm also supports and gives shape to the cell.
Next is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, or the RER. It is another structure composed of membranes, and it is very similar to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, but it is covered with ribosomes. Take note, ribosomes, in order to synthesize the proteins that give it a rough appearance, and it plays a role in synthesizing compounds for the cell.
The mitochondria, or aka the powerhouse of the cell, as their name suggests, this supplies energy for the cell. Inside these organelles are many folded membranes called cristae, which is important for the aerobic respiration.
And the next one is the vacuole. Although some animal cells have this organelle, most of them are small. However, in plant cells, vacuoles are often very large and often take up much of the space in the cell. They hold water, food, and waste for the cells. However, the most common application for them in plant cells is to store the large amounts of water needed by the cell for photosynthesis.
The next one is the lysosomes. Lysosomes are digestive structures that help to break down waste on other materials in a cell. Some immune cells use lysosomes to destroy viruses and bacteria that they take in through endocytosis. So Queenie will discuss the remaining lists of organelles. Hey Queenie!
And the last one is the chloroplast. Chloroplast is a structure found in plant cells that provides the necessary structures for photosynthesis. It is filled with chemical chlorophyll, which is a vital compound to facilitate photosynthesis. It has an inner and outer membrane and has several different kinds of molecules within it that allow the process to take place. Back to you, Ellen.
So those are the lists of cell organelles and its functions. Hope that you learned from the topic. So with that will be all.
Thank you for watching. Bye!
I went into a cell to get out of the rain, and there was the gatekeeper, the cell membrane. I went into a cell, and what did I see? The mitochondria, it's the energy factory. I went into a cell and said, who drives this bus? And found myself talking to the boss, the nucleus. I went into a cell to recover from a spasm and found myself swimming in some clear cytoplasm. I went into a nucleus to ask how to get home, and got genetic info stored in a chromosome. I went into a cell, and stretching oh so far was a thin and wavy network. It's called the ER. I went into a cell trying not to be perplexed by the packaging and sorting in the Golgi complex. I went into a cell and said, who makes proteins here? And somebody responded, it's the ribosome, my dear. I went into a cell and was feeling pretty fine till a lysosome engulfed me and dissolved me in enzymes. I went into a cell and was feeling pretty nimble till a century-old lassoed me, tying me up in a spindle. I went into a plant cell to see how trees get so tall, and all around the outside was a rigid cell wall. I went into a plant cell, why is it so green, I asked. Cause I make food from sunlight, said a green chloroplast. I went into a plant cell to see how plant cells store food, when a vacuole informed me that he was the storage dude. So when you go inside a cell, remember what you see. There's over 1 trillion cells in both you and me. Just sing this song if you ever feel confusion, and remember active transport is the opposite of diffusion.